Good morning, everyone. I'm Kristen Myers, editor-in-chief of ETF.com, here with your market minute for Wednesday, July 30th. Had to look at the calendar there. So we have two main things right now that are really moving the markets. The first up is really going to be the Fed. The Federal Reserve, or the central bank, is set to make a decision on interest rates today, Wednesday, at 2 p.m. Eastern. I want to pull up the CME Fed Watch tool because this is a really nice tool to see exactly how investors and markets right now are thinking about rate cuts. And if we look at the meeting and the decision that is set to come today, we can see that the markets are essentially pricing a 97% chance that the Fed is going to hold rates steady at a rate of 425 to 450 basis points. Now, we can look out ahead to the September meeting, September 17th, when it seems right now that 60% of investors of the markets are pricing in a 60% chance, rather, that there is going to be a 25 basis rate cut, which would bring the target rate to 400 to 425 basis points. Now, we are seeing yields slightly on the rise today in advance of that meeting. So let's take a quick look right now at one of the biggest, or the biggest, Treasury bond ETF. That's going to be TLT, the iShares 20 plus year Treasury bond ETF. It is in the red, down about 3/4 of a percentage point right now. Now, yields and prices move in opposite directions of each other. So as yields go up, prices fall. Also want to take a very quick look and a short-term Treasury bond ETF, and that's going to be SGOV, SGOV, the iShares 0 to 3 month Treasury bond ETF. Now, this has been a place that a lot of investors have decided to park cash to really protect themselves as the markets have been a little bit topsy-turvy. SGOV right now is in the green, though just barely. It is hovering just over the flat line right now. Here's what else is moving markets today. We have a couple of headlines that is out. One is going to be earnings. I've been chatting about it all week. We are set to have some tech companies reporting today after the bell. So taking a quick look right now at QQQ, that is the Invesco QQQ Trust. It is in the green, up about 0.3 of a percentage point. But also want to take a look at MAGs, because the companies that we have reporting today and tomorrow, we have 4 companies out of the Magnificent 7. So we have Meta, we have Microsoft, we have Amazon, and we have Apple. So we do have MAGs also in the green, up about 0.4 of a percentage point right now. We did get news about U.S. GDP, gross domestic product. It is a good measure of how strong the economy is and how much it continues to grow. It did jump 3% in the last quarter. So a good period of growth for the United States. However, tariffs really continue to muddy the waters there when it comes to the GDP report. So we see investors, frankly, looking right past that report. We are not seeing markets rise to the level that we would typically when we do get a very strong GDP report. And on the news of tariffs, I do also want to mention that the U.S.-China trade talks did end, and they ended inconclusively. Again, there is an August 12th deadline for some sort of deal to be made between the United States and China. It is likely going to be extended. Investors are also looking past that news, but do want to take a quick look right now at some retail ETFs. So first up, we have XRT, the Spider S&P retail ETF. It has fallen on this news that the U.S.-China trade talks are ending, down over 0.5 of a percentage point. And then XLY, Consumer Discretionary Select Sector Spider Fund, also in the red, down about 0.25 of a percentage point. But be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to ETF.com. We'll keep you updated on all economic data, trade, earnings, and of course, your investor portfolio.